guys, welcome to today's video and welcome to my new subscribers. I've seen that I got a lot of subscribers from my last video. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I hope you get a lot of what you're looking for from my content. So in today's video, I'll be sharing on my empty apartment, and I'll also share on how I was able to get this apartment before coming to Vancouver. Guys, the housing crisis in Canada is something else. Like, housing is expensive and very competitive. In fact, when you get a house, there may be up to 10 persons seeking to get that same house. So if you don't get to pay on time, other persons will pick the house. So actually we heard about all of this before, and when we were making our plans to come to Canada, so we started making research on where we wanted to stay. My husband and I prefer staying in a quiet neighborhood. We didn't want to stay in the main downtown Vancouver, like the busy side. So we wanted a town close to the main town of Vancouver. And there are several advantages for doing that. Yes, aside from a quiet neighborhood, the farther the town is or city is away from the main town, the cheaper the housing is. Housing in the main town Vancouver is very expensive, and those in cities surrounding it are less expensive. So we wanted to stay somewhere kind of close, not too far from my school, because I'm actually here for my MBA. Yeah, so the two major towns close to the main town, that main Vancouver, downtown Vancouver, that we were looking at is Surrey and Burnaby. Burnaby is closer to Vancouver than Surrey. Yeah, so though housing in Surrey is cheaper than housing in Burnaby, so like both sides have their advantage and disadvantage, and we didn't want to stay where it's very far from my school, and Surrey is kind of far. Yes, I'm going to spend much time going to school than in Burnaby, so we decided to go with Burnaby. That's how we started looking for a house in Burnaby. Started making research, checking websites, checking for housing, watching videos, knowing what to do, how to reach out to agents and the rest. It wasn't easy because most of these sites, when you apply, you have to wait for some time for them to approve, and some of them you don't even get a response. And in all, most of the places that the common place that people were suggesting is Facebook Marketplace. So I had to change my location and Facebook Marketplace, just to Marketplace to Vancouver, to see if I can get to know housing prices and try to reach out. But it's also easy because you see some houses for rent, but you can't send a message to that particular person. I don't know, maybe there's restriction on Facebook for that, so it wasn't kind of easy. All of this research on housing gave me an idea of how much housing costs in different areas, so that helped us make a decision on how much we were willing to spend on housing. Like, we had an idea on what we wanted to go for. Yes, so when it was close to our journey, we had not gotten a house, we're like, okay, let's book an Airbnb. In 1 week we'll be able to find the house. I know it's that funny because it's not going to be easy finding a house in 1 week. Anyway, maybe we didn't try that shop. So actually we looked for Airbnbs to stay at just for 1 week, and we were getting prices of almost 1,500 Canadian dollars for just 7 days. That expensive, but we're willing to go with that shop. That's like more than half of a rent of a full month's rent, or if that's more than half of a full month's rent for a 1 bed, 1 bath. So you see how crazy it is. These Airbnb guys, they're actually making money. I think I need to think about that business soon. So We actually selected the house, the Airbnb we wanted. So when it was time for payment, I put my card details, went to the Airbnb until the host approves. They are not going to receive your payment. So I put in my card details, waiting for the host to approve. It was a one bed, one bath in Bonaby. So by the time it was time for the host to approve, the host didn't approve. He let me know that the government have stopped allowing them host Airbnb in that area. So guys, that's how I didn't get an Airbnb. When I started searching for another Airbnb, in the process of searching for that, I now remembered a friend of mine mentioned her sister once stayed in Vancouver, and I got an agent's number from her. So guys, I just chatted the man to see if I'll be able to get a house, an apartment for rent from him. Like immediately I chatted him up, he just replied as if he was waiting for me, because like 20 minutes he posted the apartments on Craigslist like 20 minutes ago. So immediately I chatted him up, he just sent me the link, and I was able to access the link because I used my VPN. Because if you're in Nigeria, you can access Craigslist. So for those of you in Nigeria, if you're looking for housing and you want to check out Craigslist, I heard it's also a good place to find housing. Just use a VPN to change your location and you'll be able to access the website. So when he did that, when he shared the apartment, I viewed it, I showed my husband, and I like, this place is good. But me, before coming here, I told my husband I actually want a townhouse. You know, where you have your front and your back, not in a full building where you have several apartments in one building. So I was like, I want a townhouse, let me look for other options and the rest. So, but my husband was very comfortable. He was like telling me the advantages of living in a serviced apartment. Actually, I'm enjoying it. It's so cool. Number one, the view is mad. The view is so nice, and then when it's time for snow, we don't have to be clearing a lot of, like, I don't want to start listing the advantages, but it's so cool here. When we're ready to get our own apartment, our home, I think we'll pick something else. Yeah. So after he showed us the house, I was still looking at other places, because I was like, let me check other places, because in case I find something better. That's when I started writing, like I prepared a complete note to send to the landlords and agents, like telling my name, my husband, what we'll be doing in Vancouver, how our newcomers, blah blah blah, and how we'll be able to afford the rent, different things. Because you don't just reach out to these people and say, hi, is this available, or is it, no, it's competitive. You have to, don't waste their time. They won't be asking you questions. Just tell them everything about yourself. So you can start with your name, why you are in Canada, who you'll be coming with, and assure them you'll be able to afford this rent. Something else happened. I think I reached out to one, and they replied that I think it was on rentfaster.ca. They replied and asked me for notice of assessment. I don't know what notice of assessment is. In fact, they asked for notice of assessment for 2 years. So I don't know what notice of assessment is. I don't even get to know. I'm not going to check. So with all this drama going on, because it was that same period I was reaching out to, I was applying for houses on Craigslist.com, rentfaster.ca, and some other places, and it wasn't really funny. You won't get immediate response, and even if you get a response, it's not directly telling you, oh, this house is for you. Some of them are requesting you come to view the house yourself and everything. And then the option this particular agent gave us was just, the house was available. Guys, he didn't request for anything. You know how before you get housing, before I move forward, before you get housing here, they'll ask for your credit history. Where, in fact, some of them ask for a guarantor, where you are working, how much you earn, like several things. It's not like Nigeria where it's not like that. So we didn't want to go through all this drama again. And what this particular agent was offering us was none of this. He wasn't asking for anything. In fact, he is the one that suggested we do a virtual tour. Like, we had a video call showing us the apartment. He didn't just send us a link, but he set a time where he was going to show us the apartment online. Yeah, so we viewed the apartment virtually, and it was, I didn't even notice he had a bed. I was thinking it's just a one bed, one bath. So when I went on the during the virtual tour, I saw a lot of things that I actually didn't notice, and that's when we actually fell in love with the apartment, and we were willing to go for the apartment. Yes, and luckily for us, that same week on a Saturday was going to be the open house for the apartment. Open house means other people can come in that particular day to just be viewing the apartment to know if they should pick it. And we were not in Vancouver yet, we're not in Canada yet. So he was like, if we can drop a security deposit before that day, then he can lock down the house for us. There will not be open house tour. When we heard that, with all the whole housing palaver and housing stress, we just decided to pay sharply. We found a way to just pay the security deposits and then lock down the house for ourselves. And we were sent the lease agreement and I think tenancy agreements. That was it though. That's how we escaped the stress of looking for housing in Vancouver. when this happened, and I remember what happened when I tried to book an Airbnb and the host informed me that they've stopped them from hosting as an Airbnb. I was like, it's God that was working wonders for me, because imagine if that payment went through. It was non-refundable. So I think it was non-refundable. It's our money would have gone. So that's how we got it though, and it really saved us the stress, because I've heard about a lot of people's experiences looking for housing. In fact, they will spend more than a month even while in Canada, because a lot of landlords don't want to rent to newcomers, and then they're asking for credit history. As a newcomer, you have no credit history, so what are you going to show to them? It's really, really stressful. And then to avoid something like that, if you can get an agent that will get a house for you, or work with an agent to find a house for you, it's going to be easy. Getting an agent too, I forgot to mention, I also tried to look for an agent too, and it wasn't really easy. So getting an agent to find a house for you is really the best, because when we arrived in Vancouver, instead of looking for where to go and stay and then looking for a way to park out, we came straight to our apartment. Yes, though it was kind of empty when we came, because we don't have anybody to help us furnish the place, guys, and I have family here. So I was like, it's better coming to an empty apartment to her. Came to an empty apartment and we started furnishing the place. At least this is our home already. And after paying the security deposit, we were able to make several months rent. Yes, just to forget about rent for several months and just like keep living and attending to other things. At least imagine you in a new place and not having a house. I know a lot of people are going through that, so I pray they find a house on time. So guys, before I show you guys my empty apartment tour, I'm going to give you guys some factors to consider when renting an apartment. So number one, means of transportation. Yes, the means of transportation here is good. You can easily find bus stop, but there's some areas you have to walk a distance, and depending on how far you are going to, since I've been here, I've not used the bus system. Yes, I've not used the bus system, just the train. And then for my own apartment, there is a bus station directly in front of my apartment and a train station close by. So transportation is completely settled for me. That's if I don't get to drive on time soon. Then you should also consider distance from school. The farther your house is from school, the more time you spend commuting to school. I had to think about that. We had to think about that, yes, because I didn't want to spend long time commuting to school. Like why should I live very far? Though, okay, for instance, now housing in Surrey is cheaper than housing in Burnaby, but Surrey is farther than Burnaby to Vancouver town, to the main Vancouver town. So I was like, no, I can't stay there. So you should also consider the distance. And then even for those of you that have kids, consider the distance of your house to the school of your kids. Yes, you need to also consider that. Then the environment. You need to think about the kind of environment you want. Do you want a quiet neighborhood? Do you want an estate? Do you want an apartment-like environment? Different kinds of things. Just consider the environment and then research about the particular place you are going to rent a home from. The stories I heard about Surrey, though I'm not living there, but the stories I heard about Surrey made me not to consider there at all. Yes, I heard there's some good parts, so you can make your research. But I made up my mind I was going to stay there. So also consider the environment. Is it good for your kids? Is it good for you? Is it safe for you? So you need to consider all of these. Safety is very important. Yeah, so this is a foreign land, but they also have security problems in some areas. So you need to think about where you will be safe at any time you are out moving. Yeah. So the next point to consider is the kind of apartments you want. Do you want a townhouse? Do you want a condo? Do you want an apartment in a high-rise building? All of these apartments have their advantages and disadvantages. Yes, you need to consider all of this. Like for my apartment, it's in a high-rise building. It's serviced. We don't need to, when it's during the snow time, we don't need to consider taking care of the environment and people doing that. There is a gym attached to the building. Several other things attached to this building. After the apartment tour, I'll be talking about most of the advantages of the buildings here. These are a few of the factors to consider when searching for an apartment. When you're done with that, you can now start looking for your apartments. You can check websites like Craigslist.ca, rentfaster.ca, realtor.ca, Facebook Marketplace. I've also heard about Kijiji.ca. As Nigerians, some of these things you can access them, so I would advise you use VPN. What helped me going through all these sites was that I was able to have an idea of the cost of housing in these areas. I didn't just hear, like I also I saw it myself. I got to know, oh, this is what a 1 bed 1 bath costs in this area. This is what a 2 bed 2 bath costs in this area. Because on this site you can put the location you're actually looking for housing, and then they'll give you the list of housing there for different kinds of bedroom. In fact, some of the websites you can set it to the number of bedrooms you want, number of baths you want. Just explore. You don't need to wait to when you're almost landing here before you do all this research. Immediately, in fact, when I was doing my application, I was already checking on housing in Canada, so I'm not be confused, because trust me guys, research helps a lot. Like it makes you like decide and know what you want, and whenever you come into the country, you're not confused. At least you already know some things, and you watching this video is part of doing your research. Yes, this is part of the research. I'm going to be showing the empty apartment tour now. Stay tuned. Hello. Hey guys, welcome to my empty apartment tour. As you know, we arrived in Vancouver yesterday, and we came straight into our apartment. I was too tired yesterday to do an empty apartment tour. Today I'll be doing my apartment tour. Yesterday we couldn't get something since it was late and most stores were already closed, so I'll be going to shop after this video, but let me show you the apartment first before I start my arrangement. So this is the entrance of the apartment. I love this space, like it's so wide. Not that wide, but I don't know if it's because of the door, but I think I'll be keeping shoes here. I'll make use of this space. This place is not just going to be empty. I'll make use of this space. So when you get into the apartment, this is the bathroom, the restroom. Yes. Turn the light. I love this space. I like the combination of black and white over here, and the mirror, the wash hand basin, so nice. This is the storage space. Okay, put something here. It's nice. There's already a curtain hanger, towel hanger, sorry. And then this is the shower and bath stove. If you can operate it over here, you put it on and then you can switch it to shower over there. I'll do that. I don't want to do that now, so I'll just do that. I love this space. I love this space. Close the door. And then over here, we have the closet. I love the door of the closet. Oh, the jacket is already down. We've not bought hangers yet. When I go for shopping, I'll get hangers for this space. I think this is where I'll put in our boxes. There's also space up here. I think I know what to do with this space. I can't wait to start my arrangements. And you close the door, and then once you come in, you come directly to the kitchen. For this apartment, the kitchen and living area is combined together. Yes. So this is the kitchen. Let me start with this. So this is the washer and the dryer over here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the washer and the dryer. The apartment also came with this fridge. This is the fridge. Last night we just got this from a convenience store close by that was not closed yet. And then this is the freezer. I think we have enough space. I don't need another freezer to store food. This is big enough for me. There's something I love about this kitchen. There's so much storage space. Guess what? This is one. Another storage space. This is another one. Another one. So much space. I can't wait to make use of all of them. There's also space over here, storage space here and here. And then it also came with this microwave. This is so big. I think I can put several plates inside here. This is so big. And then this is the cooker. Oven and the cooker. I've not prepared anything here yet. I think when I'm more settled, I'll do that. Please don't mind how scattered it is. This is a manual for all the gadgets in the house. I'll go through them later. And then these are some things I just kept on the table too when I arranged the house. And then these are more drawers, storage places. I'll be keeping my spoons here, cooking spoons too, and those other things. Yeah, it also came with a dishwasher. washer over here. And this is it. And then this is another storage space. I think the machine under there is for when there are food particles stuck. You can put it on over here for it to drain down. And then this is the sink. I love this sink. It's modern. You can pull it down, turn it to shower. Yeah. The different things. I love this thing. Yeah, you can also get warm water and cold water over here. I love the design of the sink. Like, it goes down. You don't have to drain, like the water flows down itself. You don't have to use your hand to push the water down the drain. Okay. Oh, these are some of the things we got yesterday from a Chinese store to eat after being very, very hungry. I'm going to set this place up later. And then over here, as you can see, our things are still on the floor. When I'm done, I'm going to arrange them. Over here is the den. This is going to be our office area. This is it. It's kind of big. Yeah. This will serve as an office. I'm going to decorate the place and do other things to make the place very, very conducive. I think I've shown everything in the kitchen. Yeah. And then this is the living area. Guys, can you see the view? I love this view. I can see mountains around. I can see downtown Vancouver. I can see green trees around. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I so love this view. And then the apartment also came with its own blind. So it's nice. If you don't want sun, and close it. Well, I want daylight coming into the house now, so I don't mind it open. And then there's this very small balcony which you can open. I don't open it now. I'll do that later. There's a balcony, and then you can also open the door. The window, sorry, over here. Everything. Maybe when I'm cooking and I want air to get into the house, I can open up this place. So let's close it now. Oh guys, I forgot to show you the extractor. You can put on the fan when you're cooking, put on the light. The microwave and the cooker kind of works together. You can see I put on the extractor, so when I'm cooking, you can pick the smell out. So you can put on the fan here. You can put on the fan here, depending on how much you want the speed. And then you can also put on the lights when you want to cook. And you put it off over here when you're done. Yeah. So the living area is kind of small, but it's manageable. So over here is the bedroom. Guys, get prepared. It's not yet arranged and there's no bed yet. So I'm getting everything today. So this is the bedroom. I like that it came with its own rug. Yes. And there is also a nice view over here. So this is the wardrobe for the bedroom. I love the doors. And there's enough space in the wardrobe. Oh, it goes high up in here. So I can put a lot of things over here. Yes. I'm going to get my hangers. So this is the wardrobe. There's also a blind here. This one If you want total blackout, send it in the bedroom. That's fine, like this. There's also a place where you can open to get more air inside. Guys, can you see the view? Lovely view. Ah, I can't wait to be waking up every morning to see this. God is good. And the earth is beautiful too. So this is my empty apartment tour. So right now we're getting ready to go shop. But before we go shop, I would love to open up the bags and bring out the food we brought from Nigeria. But when we're done with that, we'll be going out to shop. We intend to check out Costco and which other place? Oh, we'll try to find places we can get things. This is what we'll be using till we finally get our personal house. So I can't wait to decorate this space. I can't wait to set it up. I don't know if I'll be showing you guys that one, but this is it. So guys, that's my empty apartment tour. After arranging the place, after setting up the place, yeah, the place is not too big, but there's a hack towards managing space. Use a lot of organizers that will help you set your things in order and still make the place spacey. So I've started doing that. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys that, yeah, but I'm not decided yet. Maybe when I'm done, I'll do a video on how I was able to manage my space well. Actually, this apartment is located in downtown Vancouver. Yes, funny how it is. We actually wanted an apartment in Burnaby and we ended up getting something affordable in downtown Vancouver, and it's not that far from my school. Transportation, very good. There's a bus station and the train station just at my doorstep. So it's that settles transportation, and the neighborhood too is kind of quiet. I like the neighborhood. It's not too busy, not filled with high-rising apartments. Vancouver is actually big. This apartment is actually in a high-rise building, and there are several nice things attached to this building. Yes, there is there is there is a study room. There are several places. I don't want to go around now to show you. Maybe with time I'm going to show you other things, but this building has a lawn. There's a gym for everyone to use for free. There are study rooms where if you don't want to study in your own apartment, you can go out to use like on point rooms. I may show you guys. And then there's also a music room, and then there's an outdoor seating at the top of the building. I've not explored this building yet, but I'm so going to enjoy it too. For those of you still looking for housing, I hope you get it on time. You know, save yourself from all the stress. If you don't mind, just find an agent that will get the house for you. By next week, I'll be sharing on how I was able to get my visa approved and that of my husband's open work permit approved. So I'm going to be sharing that in my next video, and in my subsequent videos too, I'll be sharing on how I was able to get the other families of 5 and 6, how I was able to get their visas approved in 1 week and second family in 12 days. So guys, keep watching, stay tuned, and please, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. Like my videos and also share them. Take care guys, bye.